#1 cable news show for 16 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Miller Time segment. Tonight, all over the world, people took notice of a picture taken in China on Monday. It shows the Russian dictator Putin and President Obama staring at each other in a rather unfriendly way. Joining us now from Santa Barbara, the sage of Southern California, Dennis Miller. Did that picture frighten you, Miller?
Yeah, the guy with the bad toupee in the background, that frightened me.
I didn't notice that. Throw
way,
that picture up again. Throw it up. Go ahead. There he is.
Yeah, that toupee in the background, that is rough. That's scaring the living hell out of me. Billy, good to see you, by the way. It's been a few weeks, my friend.
You.
I missed you. Hold me. Listen, Obama giving you stink eye is like Barney Fife telling you he's got a bullet in his shirt pocket. It takes a long time to load up. I don't think Putin's freaked out about that. To me, Putin and Obama are playing Risk, and Obama gets up in his dad jeans and leaves the room to take a whiz, and Putin just keeps playing while Obama's out of the room. Then Obama comes back in and says, hey, did you take Crimea? Yes, I took Crimea. So I don't think Putin's really freaked about him.
You know what I liked about the picture? It looks like Putin is one of the munchkins on The Wizard of Oz. He's a very, very tiny guy, even though we don't see that, because Obama was about 5'10", and then Putin, yeah, he's way down there. I don't think he could be the shooting guard on Minsk or anything like that.
Look at Putin trying to bend a key with his mind, and I'm telling you, that's the worst toupee I've ever seen in the background.
All right, now, people voting. Do you think they're going to show up in November, or are a lot of people going to stay home because they don't like either candidate?
I think I'm going to vote because of allegiance to the troops. When kids put their life on the line for you, I think you got to get out and vote. Do I think there's any point to it anymore? No. I've told you, Bill, I think it happened already. When you look at the list, IRS audits against people they disagree with, deals with Iran where they get billions and billions of dollars, Bibi Netanyahu turned away at the White House, and Black Lives Matter get into the White House for meetings, sanctuary cities, Obamacare pushed through, no border. I don't want to sound like Deep Throat in the garage, Billy, but do you really think this is all the work of little Donnie Segretti? I think there's been a coup. I think it's happened. I don't know who the next president is, but I don't think they're going to be able to undo what's been done already.
All right, but Trump says he would, and all of those things you mentioned, Trump's on, I guess, your side of the equation.
Well, I think my side is just pretty much common sense. You know, I look at Hillary, who now is coughing more than Betty Davis with esophageal reflux in a Welsh coal mine, and nobody's vetting her. 270 days without a presser. The press is in her back pocket. Benghazi, 30,000 scrubbed emails. It happened, man. There's been a weird takeover. There's a liaison, an unholy one, between most of the media and Hillary Clinton. I think whatever happened is going to happen. This is my thoughts of what a bulletless coup looks like. The country has happened already.
Now, I gave Miller a copy, advance copy, of Killing the Rising Sun, because Miller, you may know, is very interested in history. All right? And he's also brutally honest. So, Miller, you read the book. What say you?
There is a book in the factor store they call The Rising Sun. Billy, my favorite of the... No, I didn't read Killing Reagan because I never got it. I didn't think the guy actually killed Reagan, so I didn't read that one. But it's my favorite out of the Killing series.
Well, thank you.
I had forgot... Well, if it's not uncouth to say that, as far as it's to me the best of the Killing books. But you know, I had forgotten how blindly allegiant the Japanese people were to Mr. Peanut, so it reminded me of that.
Yeah.
I like the way the books are paced. It's like Mickey Spillane meets Pliny the Elder. And, you know, if Truman, who was a Democrat, was alive today, he would be gang audited by his own party.
Yeah.
And when I think about FDR putting 120,000 or 200,000, I can't remember the figure, people in internment camps, it makes me laugh when they point at Trump and say he's Hitler, and they point at FDR star and say that he's a god amidst man. I thought the book was riveting, and I would encourage anybody, if you have to remind yourself, I started this with saying I'll vote for the troops. I'll end it. I'm going to vote because the troops are there. Bill, the courage of those young men,
yes.
It absolutely boggles the
in the
mind.
Pacific, and it wasn't well reported because reporters weren't allowed on those islands. So I'm glad we did it. I'm glad you read it, Miller. Thank you. We'll see you next week.